Hey everybody, how are you doing? Hey, so we've got two things to discuss. Are you ready? We've got two things that I have been bombarded with in the last couple hours after I talked about this bread from Aldi. And then I had a whole bunch of people asking me about the 10-day drink ketone challenge. So we're gonna talk about bread and we're gonna talk about ketones. Sound good? Okay, so as you're tuning in, here's the rule. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We are in Kentucky. My name is Stephanie. There's a lot of new faces, and so I love to know that you're new, so post new below, and I love to help you on your journey. So what this page is about is to help people on their journey, their lifestyle or low carb keto. Some people say dirty keto. Some people say lazy keto. Some people say, oh, I'm clean, perfect keto. So this page isn't about which way is wrong or right. This page isn't about, oh, I'm so sorry, we don't do that unless you count your macros perfectly. This is about everybody on their journey to better. Hence, why we are going to talk about this bread. And you know what's so funny is when we first started this page, obviously we started with one person at a time. I'm going to sit on my counter. Don't judge me. My phone was dying, so I had to plug it in. So yes, I'm sitting on my counter and my kids are sleeping. So obviously we started with one person at a time. My husband was my first person that liked the page. We started this to track our life and to be able to help more people just find a lifestyle that works for them, but something that they can sustain long term, do it as a family. And so I want to talk to you about something, and it's a good, better, best thought, okay? So when we're eating or we're choosing foods, what we do is this. Sometimes you don't always have the best option, right? And so when you're out with your coworkers or out with friends, or even when you're making a meal at home, you're like, shoot, I don't really have a great option, but I have a better option, right? Or I choose not to eat the bun. That's a better option. Or at a restaurant, I take the bun off my burger, or I grab a side salad instead of the fries. That's a better option. If you're eating out, think about this. The dressing is probably not perfect, right? The meat is not hormone-free, nitrate-free, the perfect organic meat, most likely. So listen to me when I say this, please. I love to say, take off your black robe when you're here or when you're watching somebody else share their story in their life, because behind everybody's screen, behind everybody's phone, behind everybody's door at home, guess what? There is nobody that's perfect. And I can promise you, everybody has their own cravings for food, and we all work through it to do best we can to feel the best that we can. So when somebody says, hey, this isn't a keto bread, I want to explain something to you. So for those people who really have cravings, like, hey, I am really struggling, or I have a challenge with not eating good food, or maybe I run a daycare and you know, I've got a lot of amazing ladies that run daycares on here. Or they've got a lot of children and their kids are very picky, right? You've got certain foods in your home that are not gonna leave, okay? So for me, it was easy for us to switch our family to eating all the same way because my kids aren't picky eaters. They like vegetables. We all did it together and it was completely fine. For some people, that's not the case. So I want you to think about this for a second. When I talked about this Aldi's bread and I said it has 0 net carbs, and when you flip something over and you look at the back of the ingredients, right, and you go, okay, there is 0 carbs in this. This doesn't mean this is a perfect keto bread, and it doesn't mean that you eat it all the time. And so you're right, there's soybean oil in this. Like, my husband hates to eat anything with soy in it. It is not good for men. And so somebody was like, that's not a keto bread. I know this is not a strict keto bread. This is somebody that's doing the best they can, low carb, lazy keto, dirty keto, whatever you want to call it. But if somebody had this in their home, and if they chose to eat this bread over ordering pizza, or over going, I have nothing else to eat, I might as well just go through a drive-through. If you chose to eat this over going through a drive-through, grabbing the French fries, ordering the pizza, which one do you think is better? This one, right? It's a good, better, best option. Like, there's not always a perfect option for you. And I also would argue, you know, some people live off of these keto bars and these keto cookies that are jam-packed full of sugar, alcohol that you can taste as soon as you bite them, and you're eating those freely, but you're giving somebody a hard time for eating some low carb bread, shame on you. No way. We don't judge people. And guess what? If somebody wants you to help them, guess what you get to do? You can offer suggestions of what is helpful. So I would just challenge you, when you're working with somebody, a friend, a family, a coworker, and they're on a journey to eating better, don't tell them what they're doing wrong, and encourage them what they're doing right. Give them suggestions, give them ideas, right? Because somebody heard that this bread wasn't keto and now she can't eat it and she was hopeless. So she might just emotionally go, well, I'm not going to eat anything because I don't even know what to eat. I'm just going to order a pizza. Does that make sense? I hope this is making sense. So I want people to understand that it's not the best option. You could make cloud bread at home. All it is egg whites, a little cream of tart, and some cream cheese. That is a great keto, zero carb bread. It's really it's like cloud eggs. It's called cloud bread. Go Google it. It's really easy to make. That is a true keto bread. Kind of tastes eggy. But if you want something that's similar to what you were eating, right? Or if you want to maybe make a French toast, or if you want to have, your kids to eat something that's a little better than that white bread they're having, this is a good option, okay? So I hope that makes sense. A good, better, best. There's always a best option. If you don't get that, go back to something that's a better option instead of throwing your hands up in the air, which a lot of people do, and give up. That is not what this is about. So that was the question of the night, because let me tell you, as soon as I come on here and share things, and I know it's going to happen. I know people love to tell you what they think, and everybody has their own viewpoint, and everybody has a way that they see things. And I also know that you can watch people on social media, and even the person that seems perfect, even the person that seems like they have it all together, I bet you they have a cheat day. Or I bet you they fall trapped to that Hershey Kiss sitting on the counter if they ever have that. Or, they have that craving for sushi like I do, and grab it occasionally, because there's nobody that's perfect. But we are all on a journey to feel the best that we can. That's why you are here. So that's the point of this page. I would love to know where you're tuning in from. I hope that's helpful. Does that make sense? The good, better, best option, as far as whether you're at a party, a friend's house, going out to eat. I always say, if you're not bringing your own food to the party, then you choose the best option possible. If you go to the birthday party, you don't want the dessert, you better have some gum in your mouth, you better have your ketones with you, or you better just have enough discipline to not grab that cupcake, right? Or I've shared this story before, my husband, my family loves to make, my extended family loves to make lasagna, right? And so my husband, there was times where he was scraping off the noodles and just eating the sauce and the meat and the cheese. That's what he wanted to do. He chose to do it. It wasn't rude. They all knew how he was eating. They actually thought it was funny, and they're like, oh, you're not eating the noodles. That's really creative. You're putting it on a salad. You guys, if you don't feel like it's weird, and you tell people your goals and you share what you're doing, people will support you. And if they don't, who cares? Shrug it off and know that maybe in the next year, when they watch you dominate your goals, guess what's going to happen? They're probably going to come back to you and go, hey, will you help me? You know what? I wish I would have stuck to it like you did. And so I'm not going to say this bread is bad, because I don't think it is. I think it's a better option, and it's better than me ordering Domino's pizza, which I think is the best pizza in the whole world. And I don't like to order it. So I'm going to eat a piece of bread with peanut butter and not feel guilty. Okay, so last question, because I did mention a challenge, and then I'm going to let you go, because we should all go to bed. It is important to go to bed, because I get up early to work out. Anybody else get up early? So there is a 10-day drink ketones challenge. Your box would look different if it came. I forgot my other box in Minnesota. It is colorful and beautiful, and so it's called a 10-day drink ketone challenge. All I'm going to tell you is this. This is where I started. I didn't start by choosing the better food options. I mean, I did, but I didn't. I started with drinking 1 packet of ketones a day, making a better choice. Getting up the next day and drinking a packet of ketones, right? And choosing a new vegetable. That's how I started this journey. It took our family about 8 months to really figure out good options, better meals, how to feed our family without being overwhelmed. But the only thing that got me through it was ketones. Every single day, I shook this up. I put it in a bottle of water. I drank it, and I was in ketosis in under an hour. I've got the research for you. I've got a ton of amazing videos and things that you can watch if you want to see the education behind it. But all it is ketones. And so this is what the 10-day challenge is. I've got a ton of people in a private group. If you are my customer, if you have ketones from me at your house, make sure that you're in that group, because we educate you every single day on the power of ketones in the brain, or maybe one day we talk about the power of ketones for athletes, and you're going to hear a whole bunch of amazing education. So if you're a customer, post customer below. What this challenge kit is about is you get the kit. You let me know you got the kit. So if you want to know more about the challenge, as we're talking about it, post challenge below, and we're going to chat, okay? Secondly, you're going to grab the kit. You're going to get it in the mail. You're going to be plugged into the private group that I'm going to coach you on, and another group where you're going to be coached by a lot of other people. You're going to have a mixed variety box of flavors, and every single day for the next 10 days, you and I are going to be talking. We're going to work on your intermittent fasting. If you choose to, you don't have to, but we're going to work on intermittent fasting. We're going to work on you drinking ketones in the morning. So you're going to pick a packet. You're going to shake this up in some water. And ketones help with energy, focus, fat loss, mood, sleep, digestion, muscle preservation, skin. There's so many benefits, things that it's mind blowing. So you're going to drink this in the morning, and then you and I are going to talk, and we're going to help you eat some low carb meals, and you're going to check in with me and tell me how you're feeling, and you're going to drink your water. And then later in the evening, you're going to grab a caffeine free. You're going to pick whatever flavor you want, and you're going to drink this in the evening. You're going to do that for 10 days straight. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get to the end of the 10 days, and you're going to have taken a picture on day 1. You can weigh yourself if you want to, but this isn't about the scale measuring it. Fat loss is about inches lost, clothes fitting differently. How are you feeling? How is your mental clarity? How is your energy? I had a girl that just talked to me the other day, and she looks so different even over 10 days in a picture. She feels amazing. She feels like she can control her food, right? And so that is the power of the 10-day challenge. And so we're doing something fun. And so for the next 10 people that grab this, make sure you message me, because you're going to get something fun in the mail, maybe some extra ketones. And so post challenge below, I will get back with you, answer all of your questions. But that's what this is you're giving it a shot. You're testing out how it actually feels to be in ketosis. Just so you know, you don't have to be strict keto to drink ketones. You can drink this. I've got people that are vegan, people that are Whole30, people that, eat lazy keto. Some people are dirty keto. Some people are very strict keto, and this amplifies what they're doing. And some people just go, you know what? Every single day, I'm going to do the best that I can. I'm going to drink my water. I'm going to drink my ketones, because that was me 5 years ago. And I'm going to take the buns off my burgers and stop eating cereal. Oh, and little Debbie and I decided to not be friends anymore. But it was a process. And so that's what we did. So if you want to join us, we're going to be starting another challenge, post challenge below. I would love to add you in and chat with you more about it. It is so, so, so powerful. I've been drinking ketones every single day for almost 5 years. And I tell people, I say it's my mom fuel. You can say it's your dad fuel. It gives me the energy to stay awake for my kids, to homeschool them. You guys, I've been awake. So I do not recommend this, but my husband and I I didn't go to bed till 1 o'clock this morning, woke up at 6:30ish, worked out. I've been up all day homeschooling our kids, eating great food, drinking ketones, and I think it's probably almost 11 o'clock and I'm still talking to you, but I do have to work out in the morning, so I am going to go to bed. But this is a clean fuel, and you feel amazing, and you and I are going to do it together. So with that, if you just hopped on, we talked about ketones, we talked about the challenge kit, we talked about for those 10 people that grab it, I'm going to send you some special things in the mail. And I talked about the power of this Aldi's bread and how I didn't say this was a perfect bread. I said this was a great, better option to help you on this low carb journey. And if it helps you not order the pizza or go through the drive-thru, then I would say go get the Aldi's bread, right? Knowing that if you have to be gluten-free, you can't have the bread, right? Knowing that if you're very, very, very strict keto and you track every single macronutrient and you don't touch anything that has more than 2 ingredients, this is not your kind of bread. But for 90% of people, I promise this will help them on their journey. So with that, I hope you guys have a great day. I'll come back and answer all of your questions. I'll message you, and I'm going to get ready for bed. So we will talk to you soon. I would love for you to press the share button below and connect with me so that we can figure out your goals, and we'll see you later. Have a great night.